You know the name, you know the legend, but what if I told you that the greatest mob movie ever made isn't the one you think it is? We're talking about The Godfather Part II, a movie that does the impossible. It makes the original even better. This movie is a masterpiece because it's two stories woven into one: the rise of a king and the fall of an empire. We get to see how Vito Corleone became the man, the myth, the legend, and at the same time, we watch his son Michael become something far worse, a ghost of the man he once was, trapped in a cold, lonely cage of his own making. Imagine this. It's 1901. A 9-year-old boy named Vito Andolini escapes Sicily after a local mob boss, Don Ciccio, murders his entire family. He arrives in New York, alone and scared, and is mistakenly registered as Vito Corleone by an immigration officer. A simple mistake that gives birth to a legend. Forward to 1917. Vito has a family and is trying to make an honest living. But this is Little Italy, not the land of opportunity, but the land of opportunity for Don Fanucci, a gangster who preys on the neighborhood. Vito loses his job thanks to Fanucci's extortion, and now he has to provide for his family. So, what does he do? He goes to the one place he knows he can find money. He starts stealing with his neighbor, Peter Clemenza. They're not doing it for power, they're doing it to survive. But survival in this world is a delicate balance. Fanucci demands a cut of their profits. And this is where we see the spark of the future Don Corleone. Instead of bowing to Fanucci's demands, Vito makes a counteroffer. He doesn't beg. He negotiates. He gives Fanucci a fraction of what he asked for. And Fanucci, shocked by this audacity, takes it. But Vito knows this isn't over. He doesn't just want Fanucci gone. He wants to be the one to do it. And Vito tracks down Fanucci, murders him in cold blood, and takes his place as the protector of the neighborhood. The people don't see a killer. They see a savior. He offers them what no one else can: respect. And as he builds his empire, he never forgets where it all began. He returns to Sicily and gives Don Ciccio the one thing he always wanted: a family legacy, cut short by the blade of a vengeful son. Now, we jump ahead to 1958. Michael Corleone is the Don. He has the power, the money, the respect. He has everything his father built, but he's losing the one thing his father never did: his family. The movie opens with a massive party, but Michael is completely isolated. He's surrounded by people, but he's utterly alone. Michael's world is crumbling. His own capo, Frank Pentangeli, feels betrayed. A senator wants to shake him down, and then a direct assassination attempt. Michael survives, but he realizes a devastating truth. The threat is coming from within his own family. He believes there's a traitor. His investigation leads him to the heart of Cuba. Michael is trying to get ahead of the game, to secure his investments. But even as he's working, the cracks are getting wider. He questions his closest allies. He trusts no one. And then he discovers the truth. The traitor isn't a capo. It's not an enemy. It's his own brother, Fredo. The look on Michael's face when he figures it out is a moment of pure cinematic genius. The betrayal, the pain, the rage, it's all there. Michael gives the order to have his enemies killed, but even as he deals with them, his own world collapses. He returns home to find out his wife, Kay, has had a miscarriage. Michael now believes it was an abortion. She wants to leave him and take the kids. She tells him what the audience has been thinking all along. He is nothing like his father. He's a monster. The end of the movie is a heartbreaking crescendo. Michael has his enemies killed, one by one, but the cost is staggering. He betrays his own brother. Fredo, the one brother who was always loyal, is killed by Michael's order. The movie doesn't just show us a murder, it shows us the final, irrevocable descent into darkness. In the end, Michael Corleone has everything his father ever had, and yet he has nothing. Vito built his empire on loyalty and family. Michael destroyed his on paranoia and power. The movie ends with a flashback to a simpler time, when Michael was a young man who had a choice, a man who wanted to be a hero. He sits alone, watching his family celebrate his father, the Don. He could have been a Marine. He could have been a good man, but he chose a different path. A lonely, cold one. And that's why The Godfather Part II isn't just a sequel, it's a tragedy, and it's one of the greatest movies ever made.